everyone, welcome to SV Union High School and Junior College. And all my 8th standard students are welcome to my YouTube channel. Students, we are going to start with lesson number 6, Land Use, part 3, page number 36 and 37. So today's subtopic will be transitional areas and suburbs. Rural settlement starts outside the boundary areas of urban settlements, but the intermediate area in between is called the transitional area. In this area, there is a blend of rural and urban land use. In these areas, land use is of a mixed nature. In this zone, cultural activities are also of a mixed type. Over time, this area is converted to an urban area and these regions become suburbs. Example, Bandra, Bhandup, etc. are suburbs of Mumbai city. So first we are going to understand what is the meaning of transitional areas. Transitional area means a portion of a landscaped area that is an adjacent to a natural or undisturbed area and is designated to ensure that the natural area remains unaffected by plantings and irrigation installed on the property. Let's try and understand what is the meaning of suburbs. An area where people live that is outside the central part of a town or a city is called as a suburb. Why are they called suburbs? Because a suburb is an area of a town or a city a little away from the main road or the main city, where there are fewer big buildings and mainly houses, schools and shops. Transport in the form of trams, buses, trains and cars allow commuting from distant homes to work in the inner city. This leads to the growth of suburbs as residential areas. We can even say in shorter terms, suburbs means highly respectable residential areas. In Mumbai, we can see like this suburbs in Bandra and in Bhandup. Now students, let's start with the next part that is called as planned cities. So let's understand what is the meaning of planned cities. A planned community, planned city or planned town is any community that was carefully planned from its inception and is typically constructed on previously undeveloped land. This contrasts with the settlement that evolve in more ad hoc and organic fashion. So what is a well-planned city known? Living in a well-planned city is an experience in itself. Well-laid roads, residential hubs with great connectivity, verdant greenery between housing blocks, strategically planned markets and great connectivity between city center and commuter zones. City planners have made efforts to make inhabitants' life easy. After the Industrial Revolution, urbanization occurred on a large scale throughout the world. Since this urbanization was not well planned, cities began to grow in an absurd manner. Now, what is the meaning of absurd manners? That means it was lacking any obvious principle of an organization. Because of employment opportunities there, a large-scale migration to cities occurred. As a result, the availability of land is always a serious problem in cities. A lot of diversity is visible in the land use of cities. Limited land, varied land uses and burgeoning. If you remember, burgeoning, I have told you previously, it means it is increasing rapidly. Limited land, varied land uses and burgeoning cities resulted in the thought of having planned cities for the future. Even before a city grows, its land use is predetermined and a planned layout is prepared. Accordingly, the cities are developed. Singapore, Seoul, that is in South Korea, Zurich, which is in Switzerland, Washington DC, which is in United States, that is USA, Brasilia, that is in Brazil, Chandigarh, Bhubaneswar, that is in India, etc., are all the examples of planned cities. Students, let's start with a small activity. Can you tell? Examine the pie charts showing land use in the figure 6.1 and answer the following questions. As you can see above, there are two pie diagrams. One, land use in Japan, which was recorded in 2011, and second diagram is about the land use in India in 2011. As they have given different colors, you can see that yellow is given for agriculture, red is given for permanent agriculture, green is given for forest, blue is given for permanent pastures, and for others they have highlighted with orange. Now let's start with this few questions which is printed in the textbook. Question number 1 is, which country is the land under forest more? Second question, in which country is the land under agriculture more? The third one, considering the two questions above, how will you relate the physiography and climate of India and Japan with their respective land uses? Number 4, correlate their land use and development. Fifth one, which land use is found in Japan? And last question, considering the land use in both the countries, make a list of factors affecting the land use. First question's answer will be, in Japan, the percentage of land under forest is more. Question number 2 is, in which country is the land under agriculture more? The answer will be, in India, the percentage of land under agriculture is more. Question number 3 is, considering the two questions above, how will you relate the physiography and climate of India and Japan with their respective land uses? So the answer will be, in India, major portion of the total available land use is for agriculture. This shows that India's physiography mainly comprises of plains with fertile soil, and the Indian climate is suitable for agriculture. While in Japan, major part is forest land. This shows that Japan is a mountainous region. The climate is suitable for preserving the forest area. Next question will be, correlate their land use and development. Both the land use provide us a common produce, and that is organic produce. Hence, the land is aggressively every year as per the need of the population. The land use in India shows comparatively low development. On the other hand, the land use in Japan shows comparatively high development. Which land use is found in Japan? The land use like agricultural land use, forest land use, grassland use, other land use, etc. are found in Japan. And the last question is, considering the land use in both the countries, make a list of factors affecting the land use. Based on Japan and India, the following are the factors affecting land use. Number 1, location and site. Number 2, industrialization. Number 3, trade and commerce. Number 4, government policies. Number 5, climate. Number 6, irrigation facilities. Number 7, types of soil, and number 8, that is natural resources. There are some few like slope of land, technical advancement, and availability of resources. You may have realized that in different countries, the percentage under various land uses differ. Based on the availability of land, the population of a country, its quality and needs, land use types vary. In Japan, for example, the percentage of land under forest is more, and the percentage of land under permanent agriculture is very low. As compared to that in India, the percentage of land under forest is low, while the percentage of land under permanent agriculture is high. Now students, let's have this thought-provoking question. Think about it. If land is left fallow or is not in use, then can it be termed as a kind of land use? So the answer for this question will be the agriculture land which is temporarily not in use is called as fallow land. Point 2. Fallow land use is a form of rural land use. To increase the fertility of soil, farmers do not use a part of agricultural land for few seasons. After 1 or 2 seasons, fallow land is again utilized for cultivation. Therefore, if land is left fallow or is not in use, then it can be termed as a kind of land use. Let's have a look about what we have studied in the previous video and in this video. In the previous video, we have studied about the urban land use and its types, its features and its description. In this video, we have studied about the transitional areas and suburb. That means an intermediate area between the rural settlements and the urban settlements is called as transitional area. Then what are the characteristics? There are 4 characteristics. First point is blend of rural and urban land use. Second, land use is of mixed nature. Third, cultural activities are also of a mixed type. And last point, over time gets converted to an urban area and become suburbs. We have also studied about the planned cities. That is, after the Industrial Revolution, urbanization occurred which was not well planned. So cities grew in a disorganized manner. Point 2, migration took place, and point 3, limited land, varied land uses and rapidly growing cities resulted in the formation of planned cities. Now, which are those planned cities which is out of our country or which are abroad? And which planned cities are in India? Let's have a quick look. Planned cities which are abroad, that is Singapore, Seoul, that is in South Korea, Zurich, which is in Switzerland, Washington DC, which is in United States of America, Brasilia, that is in Brazil. Planned cities which are in India, that is Bhubaneswar, Chandigarh, Navi Mumbai and Amravati. Last but not the least, which are the factors that are affecting land use? There are 2 types, rural land use and urban land use. The factors which are affecting land use in the village side, that is because of the climate, soil, the types of slope, irrigation facilities, natural resources and government policies. Then what are the factors which are affecting in the urban land use, that is in the city areas? 1, which is location and site. Second one is natural resources. Third one is housing development policies. Fourth one is transportation routes. Fifth one is industrialization. Sixth one is trade and commerce. Seventh one is playgrounds and entertainment facilities. And last one is government policies. I hope so students, you must have understood from this video about transitional areas and suburbs, urban land use, its types and its characteristics, planned cities. So in the next video, we will be studying about the ownership of land and ownership rights, about 7/12 extract, how is the 7/12 extract read and property card. Till then, thank you everyone.